College prep physics. This is some HoloLens. I'm using the HoloLens to give you some class practice on the sound here. It's a very similar sheet to the worksheet that you have to do for class. You have just a couple of equations. You have the wave equation. V is lambda f. The velocity of any wave is the wavelength times the frequency. Frequency is in hertz. Wavelength is in meters. Velocity in meters per second. And for us, we'll always use the velocity of sound here for V, and that's 343 meters a second. You'll also use period is the inverse of frequency, which is also the same thing as saying that frequency is 1 over the period. So in the following questions, if the frequency of a sound wave is 50 hertz, so F equals 50 hertz, what is the period? So we would use this one. We would do T equals 1 over 50, and that would be 0.02 seconds for that. If the period of a sound wave is 3 seconds, T equals 3 seconds, what is the frequency? So we're going to use this one, and you're going to do frequency is 1 over 3. So it would be 0.33 hertz. Okay, now we're going to have to use the wave equation shown here. So if the wavelength is 5 meters, what is the frequency? And we have V equals the wavelength times frequency. And we want to know the frequency. So we're going to divide the speed by the wavelength to get the frequency. Okay, and we know that a sound wave is always 343. So the V is 343 meters a second divided by the wavelength of 5 meters, and you will get an answer in seconds. So 343 divided by 5, and you will get 68.6 seconds to the minus 1, which is the same as hertz. So the answer is 68.6 hertz. Same thing here, frequency of sound wave, what is the wavelength? Still use this, V equals lambda f, but now we want the wavelength, so we divide V by f equals the wavelength, and this would be 343 meters a second divided by 2,000 hertz. And that'll tell you the wavelength. So 343 divided by 2,000 hertz. The wavelength will be 0.17 meters is the wavelength. Okay, so I'll end this video here and let you look at this to pause.